Welcome back to Alpine Expat. Switzerland consistently ranks among the best countries in the world to work. Salaries are high, unemployment is low, the work-life balance is excellent, and many industries are crying out for skilled professionals. Yet thousands of people send dozens, even hundreds of applications without ever receiving an interview. So why is it so difficult? The answer is that finding a job in Switzerland depends on far more than your qualifications. Your nationality, where you're applying from, your language skills, your profession, and even the way you write your CV can all make an enormous difference. In this video, we'll explain how the Swiss job market really works, what employers are looking for, why some applicants have a much easier path than others, and what you can do to maximize your chances of success. Let's get started. The Swiss labor market is unique. Despite having a relatively small population of around 9 million people, Switzerland has one of Europe's strongest economies. Industries such as pharmaceuticals, banking, insurance, engineering, manufacturing, IT, healthcare, and scientific research all offer excellent career opportunities. At the same time, Swiss employers tend to hire cautiously. Companies often prefer candidates who are already living in Switzerland, understand the local culture, and can start work quickly. Networking also plays a much larger role than many newcomers expect. A significant number of positions are filled through personal recommendations before they are ever advertised publicly. That doesn't mean it's impossible to find work from abroad, but it does mean you'll need a strong strategy. One of the biggest factors affecting your job search is your nationality. If you're a citizen of an EU or EFTA country, you're in a much stronger position. Thanks to the agreement on the free movement of persons, employers can generally hire EU and EFTA citizens without having to prove that no suitable Swiss candidate exists. For applicants from countries outside Europe, the situation is very different. Swiss companies can only hire third country nationals under strict conditions. Typically, employers must demonstrate that they could not find a suitable Swiss or EU candidate before offering the position to someone from outside the region. In addition, work permits are limited by annual quotas and are generally reserved for highly qualified professionals. This means that applicants from countries such as the United States, Canada, India, South Africa, Australia, Brazil, and many others often need exceptional qualifications or specialized experience to compete successfully. Having an impressive degree isn't always enough. Many regulated professions require official recognition of foreign qualifications. Doctors, nurses, teachers, architects, pharmacists, and certain engineers may need their diplomas formally recognized before they can work. Even in professions where recognition isn't legally required, Swiss employers often prefer qualifications that they understand and can easily compare with Swiss standards. Professional certifications, specialist experience, and a strong employment history can significantly improve your chances. The more specialized your expertise, the easier it becomes to justify your hiring. Perhaps the biggest misconception is that everyone speaks English. While English is widely spoken in international companies, Switzerland has 4 official languages. German dominates much of the country. French is spoken in the west. Italian is used in parts of the south. Romansh remains a regional language in parts of Graubünden. If you're applying for customer-facing positions, public administration, healthcare, education, or small local businesses, speaking the local language is often essential. For international companies in cities like Zurich, Geneva, Basel, or Zug, English may be sufficient, particularly in technology, finance, pharmaceuticals, or research. However, learning German or French will almost always increase both your job opportunities and your long-term career prospects. Where you live when you apply can also influence your success. Candidates already living in Switzerland usually have several advantages. They're available for interviews at short notice. They already have a Swiss address. They're familiar with local employment practices, and employers know they won't have to relocate them. Applicants living abroad often face additional challenges. Some employers assume relocation will take time. Others worry about work permits or whether the candidate is truly committed to moving. If you're applying from overseas, it helps to clearly state your relocation plans in both your cover letter and CV. If you already have the legal right to work in Switzerland, make that immediately obvious. Reducing uncertainty makes employers much more comfortable inviting you for an interview. Swiss recruitment is often more formal than in many countries. A professional CV should be concise, well-structured, and tailored to the position. Many applicants also include a professional photograph, although this isn't legally required. Cover letters remain very important. Swiss employers want to understand not only your qualifications, but also why you're interested in working for their company. References are taken seriously. Many employers will contact previous managers before making an offer. Punctuality, professionalism, and honesty throughout the recruitment process are highly valued. Small details can make a surprisingly large difference. Not every industry experiences the same demand. Healthcare continues to face significant shortages of doctors, nurses, and specialized medical staff. Information technology remains one of the strongest sectors, particularly cybersecurity, software development, cloud computing, and artificial intelligence. Engineering, pharmaceuticals, biotechnology, and scientific research also regularly seek highly qualified professionals. Construction, hospitality, and skilled trades can also offer excellent opportunities depending on regional labor shortages. Understanding where demand exists allows you to focus your job search more effectively. If you're serious about finding work in Switzerland, there are several steps that can dramatically improve your odds. First, customize every application instead of sending generic CVs. Second, build a LinkedIn profile that reflects Swiss expectations. Third, start networking before you arrive. Attend online industry events, connect with recruiters, and join professional groups. Fourth, invest in language learning. Even reaching an intermediate level in German or French can open many additional doors. Finally, be patient. Finding the right position often takes longer than people expect, especially when relocating internationally. Persistence is often rewarded. Finding a job in Switzerland is certainly competitive, but it isn't impossible. Success comes from understanding how the Swiss labor market works, preparing carefully, presenting yourself professionally, and focusing your efforts where you have the greatest chance of success. Your nationality may influence the process. Language skills matter. Qualifications matter. Networking matters. But perhaps most importantly, employers are looking for candidates who demonstrate professionalism, commitment, and long-term potential. If you approach your Swiss job search with realistic expectations and a well-planned strategy, you'll give yourself the best possible chance of joining one of the world's strongest labor markets. Thank you for watching Alpine Expat. If you found this guide useful, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with anyone dreaming of working and living in Switzerland. We'll see you in the next video.